What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabid here. And altcoins seem to finally be doing something. It's a little late in the cycle compared to the previous cycle in 2021, but hey, you know what? Stuff is happening. Let's check it out. All right, guys, let's check out these altcoins. And be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date on all the latest mining hardware, ways to mine, profitabilities, and of course, cryptocurrency news. Now, coming in the past 24 hours, we can see leading the charge, which isn't a mineable coin, so it's kind of lower on our list, but still is type of an alt thing. This is a KRC20 token on the Kaspa network. Notcha the Cat is up almost 60% in the past 1 day. Here we got Conflux at 28%, Clorzak at 28, Carlson's 27, CKB is 20, Kaspa's even up 17.6%, over 11 cents now. Zeph is up 12, Kaspa 11.9, Dogecoin is doing something, 10.9 again. We got Cubic is up, Raptorium is up, and the list continues to go on. Obviously, it is falling less. Now, moving on to the 7-dayers, which is, this is something more to watch, because usually I say if your altcoin has nice solid pumps for 2 weeks or longer, then it could be getting close to a possible cycle peak, depending on how fast it's going. But here we can see Notcha is now up 185% in just 1 week's time. Conflux, 111%. Zeph is 69%. Who cares about WASI? Cubic, 59.4. Clor is 47. We got Kaspa 46, Byte 46. So what this is showing us, and looking at the chart kind of stuff here, let's just click on, let's click on a mineable coin. We got Conflux. Let's look at Zeph. Let's go Zeph here for this one. And we look at the constant, it's solid every day. We can see it is moving up. So, 14 to 21 days, we may be hitting a peak. Some coins, they could pump for 2 months straight. The only issue here is tariffs are start to hit again in a week and a half, beginning of August, and we may see all the markets start to dump. So we got some other tricky stuff going on when we're dealing with Trump and all this other stuff as well. Now, there's a couple ways to actually look at this, because we're still nowhere near all-time highs. But if you were mining these coins just like a week ago or something, you got some pretty nice gains right now, because hash rate and stuff is slowly starting to pick up. We're going to take a look at the current state of crypto mining in a second here. But first, a quick word from our sponsor. Hey guys, did you know that there's a new coin available for merge mining on the script algorithm alongside Litecoin, Dogecoin, and all them other coins called Shiba Coin or SHIC? And for 30 days, 0% pool fees is now available at ViaBTC. All right, so I'm going to have to get some miners moved over to ViaBTC. And I also got that link down in the description if you guys want to try this pool out for yourself. But coming into total earnings here, we can see that it is now added. I only have 0 SHIC right now on ViaBTC due to the fact I have to move my miners over. But we have another coin added to script, which is pretty awesome, adding to more profitability on this network, which is already one of the greatest miners you could have for crypto mining, thanks to Dogecoin. ViaBTC is the top pool for the current state of Shiba Coin SHIC mining right now, followed by App Pool. And again, they do have that 0% pool fee happening for 30 days. Be sure to try that link down in the description to start earning yourself some SHIC today. Why not get that extra revenue while it's available? 30 days, 0% fees at ViaBTC. Coming into hashrate.no here at about 12 cents per kilowatt hour, we can see we have a new king. Well, the 5090 has been king for a while. The CMP 170HX has been kind of taking the top spot for some coins, but with the latest pump in Conflux, we can see 5090 and all 5000 series for the most part here is now king of profits, making 78 cents in profits here, which is pretty darn good. We haven't seen profit levels like this in strictly GPU mining for a very long time. This is a very expensive GPU though, so still that profit isn't looking too hot for the amount you got to pay for this hardware. And on top of that, you're better off putting this on, something like an AI rental and making quite a bit more than this. But straight crypto mining, the profits are coming up. Nvidia, the 5080 here, we're seeing 58-cent profit. The 5070 is at 46, the 4090 is at 43, the 5070 is at 37. Here is the 170HX for, you know, the Kapow coins. Meow coin here sitting at 32-cent profit here. After power, we got an AMD card, 7900 XTX here at 30 cents. We got a 5060 Ti at 26, 4080 Super at 25, 4080 at 24 cents. And let's just see if we have anything in the 3000 series that's making anything. We got the 3080 is at 16 cents here. What do we got? Where's the 3070, 3060 Ti type of range? Are you guys even in here anywhere? Oh my gosh, 2080 Ti is even in the profit at 7 cents. That's insane. 3060, where's the 3060 Ti? Is it not? There we go. 3060 Ti. Oh, they probably don't even have oh wait, yeah, that's right. I believe Conflux requires at least 8 gigabytes of memory, or maybe 10. I can't remember, quite a bit. So that makes sense why the 3070 and 3060 Ti is not here. But the 3060 is making at 7 cents. So that's pretty crazy. In terms of this, profitability is coming back, but we're definitely seeing the gap between old gen and newer gen. And we've been talking about this forever. To maintain the highest profitabilities and the highest chance to compete in the networks, you're going to need the the newer, better hardware, and that is the 5000 series, but it also comes with that price tag. So GPU mining profits are coming up, but obviously they still kind of suck compared to what they were, and then having to buy new hardware makes that number hurt even more. But let me know your thoughts on the current state of GPU mining down in that comment section. On hashrate.no, a lot of the numbers don't really make sense, so I don't really like to cover this, but people are like, come on, you mine on CPUs, so you should tell us. But like, there aren't really numbers here. I got to do it all through my spreadsheet, each coin individually, to kind of see what anything is, because in theory, these are all, you know, messed right up. Here's a prime example, which I kind of talk about quite a bit here. Let's go look at a 7950X. And if we look at the X3D here, and it's going to show us, look at the power and stuff. Like it's saying only 120 watts at 22.5 kilohash, which is about right. 120 to 130 hash rate's about right, anywhere from 20 to 22, 23 kilohash. But if we try to compare that to the 7950X, we can see that here it's saying we're only getting 21.89 at 230 watts, when we're about anywhere from 150 to 170 watts at the same hash rate as the X3Ds, you know, anywhere from 21 to 23 type of kilohash here. But, you know, they're showing we're using quite a bit more power, so that's dropping our profits quite a bit here. So keep that in mind, you know, before power cost or anything, this is telling us 79 cents and 77 cents. And then after power, you know, 45 to 11 cents. But this one is wrong. We're probably just like this one, around 40 to 45 type of cents here. And then again, a lot of the coins aren't added on the CPUs here. So it isn't really a great tool. Maybe it'll give you a rough estimate on what to try for a coin, but it's missing a lot of coins, especially for some of the CPUs, and it's just not telling you accurate numbers on what you really should be getting. All right, and as for the ASICs, you know, everything in the top of the list here is stuff that isn't really released. Well, we're starting to get to some release stuff here. We got AE2s here, $25 a day with a Leo, which pools are starting to pull out of. I believe ViaBTC is no longer going to be supporting a Leo, because now in order to mine it, you got to buy a bunch of a Leo and stake it if you don't have enough yet, and then, you know, to run your pool and stuff. So there's a lot of stuff going on with a Leo, kind of like what Flux is doing out there, where they're, you know, things aren't going well, so they need to find a way for people to buy their coin, and obviously this is one of them. What do we got here? We got the X44P, not released. What else? We got the L9 17 gig hash, $17 a day, not too shabby. The L9 16 gig hash, 16.39, not too shabby. I'm not sure if this is including the new coin or not in it yet. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see the new coin being listed here, so there's that. And if you guys are looking for any type of ASIC miners, check down links down in the description. Or if you're an Amazon shopper, just smash an Amazon link and search anything you want. It greatly helps the channel 100%. Discount codes and everything is available on my website, rabidmining.com. All right, so that pretty much does wrap it up. Altcoins are doing things, but as you can see, things like Cubic, for an example here, they're nowhere near all-time highs, or even a lot of the highs we're in. We're still low, and it's like this for pretty much all the coins. We're way down compared to previous highs here, but over the past 7 days, things are looking good. So like if you were mining back in here, it would be awesome. And you are getting these type of gains here compared to mine. That unless you sold those days, you got extra money now. And obviously things are going to be dropping a bit because extra hash rate, because coins are going up, profitability is looking slightly better. We're going to start seeing more hash rate turn on to these coins and people turning back on their rigs and so on, because the profit is slowly picking up as well. So that's going to bring down yields more and more. So that's why it's always better to mine when you're down like this. That way you can sell when things start to go up at higher prices when you're getting higher yields. So anyway, that pretty much wraps this up in a nutshell. We are seeing altcoins finally start to do some things, nothing amazing yet, but over the next couple of weeks to a month, that could be a very different story. We're just gonna have to watch the market, see how it does. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think this is gonna do. I really think, depending on what happens on August 1st, will be a very big transition period for the entire markets. Hopefully things go well so we can continue on with these pumps, but there's also a chance we could see everything just drop bottom out of nowhere. So thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Not financial advice. Rabid out.